The Badlands. What are the Badlands? Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
I'm excited to announce that we're having a huge sale on overstock and brand new products. For example, MyPillow Percale bed sheets, every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. Our Percale bed sheets are breathable, cool and crisp, and they're perfect for spring and summer. And check out Rev 7, the next generation of energy drinks. It tastes great, and it gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. Best of all, it's actually good for you. And for a limited time, try our 3-pack absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs, or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88. Twin size, full size, queen size, king sizes, all $29.88. Inventory is extremely limited at this price, so order now.
Big Pharma is officially on notice.
People drinking methylene blue and stuff like that.
Yeah, methylene blue, which was a fabric dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a textile dye. And now they find it has profound effects on your mitochondria.
Yep.
Yeah.
This stuff works, man.
Do you know about methylene blue? Originally synthesized over 100 years ago, we are just finding out about its benefit as a supplement with its ability to help oxygenate the blood and amplify our mitochondria. People all around the world are using methylene blue to accelerate their brain power and support their energy levels. Conscious Strength. Methylene blue is pure USP grade, aqueous solution. Click the link to learn more and shop Conscious Strength now.
Ladies and Jesus, I'm dropping my stuff already. Are you kidding me right now? I'm just, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Shipwreck show. I'm Shipwreck. I'm here. I'm your host. I got breaking news. I'm gonna cover it right now because it just broke. I was scrolling as the ads and everything were playing, and everyone's like, "Why do you place the ads?" Just, you know what? You got to pay the bills. Badlands, they got to pay the bills. Jeez, just go have a smoke. Okay, go get yourself some Skittles. Okay, because they're going to be banned in Texas pretty soon. We got some breaking news right now. Trump's travel ban. So he initiated a travel ban from a lot of countries, a whole bunch of countries. Some of them are limited travel bans. I don't really know what that means. Like, yeah, it wasn't a glass. It was my phone. Hi, chat. It's good to see you. I love your face. Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea. I didn't even know that was a place. Like, I didn't know half these places even exist. I'm not culturized, obviously. Eritrea, Eritrea. Arisha sounds better. Anyway, Haiti, which Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen. Partially restricted are Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. So if you want to go to any of those countries, you cannot. I don't know why you'd want to. If we're being really honest. I guess I don't know. If you're being really honest, I guess I don't know why you'd want to. But yeah. It's fine. You know what? USA. I have foreign nation fatigue, so I don't really give a fuck. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of the Israel, Gaza, Ukraine. Like, I'm about to mute all three of those words. I'm about to mute the word Jew. I'm about to mute the word like Palestinian. I'm about to mute them all. I'm so. I know. I think it means we can't go there. This is a travel ban. I'm so tired of it. I'm so over it. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of arguing with people about it. I'm tired of seeing all of our senators who just found out that the government was wasting $3 or $4 trillion in taxpayer money on stupid ass programs, then not do anything about it, and then be like, "Oh, we stand with Israel." Like, I just want to punch them all in the nuts. Just line up. Go get Big Mike while you're at it. Line up. I'm so fucking tired of it. I was about to have Kit and Ilhan Omar. I know. How's she going to get in contact with her brother? Like, how did that happen? How did we... I'm so tired of it. And I'm not anti-Semitic. Okay, I don't have a problem with Jewish people, but I'm really fucking sick and tired of throwing it in my face. I don't live there. I don't live there. I don't understand how you can have a pro-Israel rally to fight for hostages that were in Israel that are currently being held hostage in another country in Gaza. Okay, and then have your pro-Israel rally get attacked by a man who is pro-Palestine or something in a country to which neither of you people are currently residing in. Like, what are you trying to accomplish with that besides one big fat fucking psyop that's trying to push everybody to support a war? We're never gonna support war ever again. Like, ever again. If I learned anything from the Iraq War and Afghanistan, never again. Especially after finding out that it was kind of the precursor to go there and get like the Gilgamesh DNA. Like, never again. Never again will I support a foreign war. You will never have it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it. There's got to be shit going on in the United States that we could talk about. I don't care about Russia. I don't care about Ukraine. I really don't care about Ukraine. Like, I really don't. I saw Ukrainians on TikTok. Listen, and everyone's like, we feel bad for the Ukrainians. I don't. Because they came to TikTok. They went live. They set up all of these like props to make it look like they were in a war and were begging for money. And people were giving it to them. And I was like, I don't feel like this is a legit thing. And they were like, oh, it is. It's war torn. And now all those people, they just disappeared from TikTok. Nobody knows where they went. Took your money and ran. Can they at least give us Ilhan Omar's arrest? Probably not. We can't even codify the Doge cuts. They had a hearing about it today. Well, I was so excited. I was going to stream it, but then I realized that I'm in kind of a mood. I thought I better not. So Doge got together and they had a big hearing today. My Senator Joni Ernst, she's the head of that committee. Good for her. And they were like, you're going to here. You know what? What was it? Something about NGOs. They were like, you're not going to believe what happened. NGOs, millions of dollars of taxpayer dollars are being spent on NGOs. Is this it? No, that's not it. Or something. Some goddamn thing. And they're like, big Doge hearing. And it's like, you won't even vote on the cuts. You won't even vote to make them permanent. You're going to have a hearing? Fuck your hearing. Bring that shit to the floor. Let's vote. Right now, separate bill, all 3 trillion of it, not 9 billion or million, which is what Mike put in the big, beautiful bill. Little old Mikey Johnson. He's like, look, we're going to do this. It's in the bill. Pass the bill. I'm like, I don't think I like this bill. Joni Ernst, I'm not voting for her ass ever again. Vote. Yo, they took a 10-day Memorial Day vacation. Well, the rest of you got a day to celebrate and mourn and remember. They took 10. And they're like, well, we need it. And people are like, well, they're there in their districts doing work. And bitch, I ain't seen Joni Ernst since 2020. She in my district. I don't even know who my district guy is. He don't have no social media, nothing. I know who it is, but he got nothing. He doesn't even have a website. We're like the poorest county in Iowa. Son of a bitch. But they had a hearing. I didn't watch it because I would have just got mad and threw my phone and yelled into the void about it because there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone's like, you should run for senator. I don't want to run for senator because I know when I get there, they're not going to let me do anything. Okay. Or they're going to put some shit on my computer, or they're just going to offer me cocaine all day. And I don't want any of that. I don't want to put my family through that. I have zero desire to do that. But what I can do is have a platform and put public pressure on them, which doesn't seem to be working. They were supposed to vote Friday. They canceled those votes so they could take a long weekend. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Our Congress is useless. You're all useless. All of you, every single one of you are useless. I say this probably almost every show. The F word stays. Sorry. Yeah. You know what? I swear a lot and I can't change that. I really did try at one point. I'm not gonna, it just doesn't work. I feel like there are some things that need sentence enhancers and this is one of them. And I feel like our Congress as a whole, our federal Congress, and that includes maybe even the people you like the whole thing needs to be scrapped. Like Texas just came out. Listen, Texas came out today and they're going to put warning labels on your Skittles and your Mountain Dew. It's sitting on Abbott's desk. Unanimously passed quietly. Nobody from Texas even knew this was happening. I got people in my comments on TikTok. They're going to put warning labels on your Skittles, M&M's, Skittles, Mountain Dew, and all that other stuff. Anything else that's made by those companies. That I think it's 2 companies. And those warning labels are going to say, not safe for human consumption. The fuck? What have we been eating? What have I been eating? I don't eat a lot of candy anymore. I kind of, when I got older. But my kids have it from time to time. You're going to put a label on it? Why not just yank that shit off the shelf? Because they can't. Because loopholes, I suppose. But at least now you're informed. Why are we not doing that? Just more. Just more and more and more. But they did it. They didn't need Congress. They didn't need to go to the floor and argue about it. They didn't need to go on Fox News and give interviews about it. They just did it. Our state congressmen and our state senators are probably more effective and more efficient. Texas Julie gave me $10 for the swear jar. That's what I should start doing. I wonder if there's like a code I can do. I should have like my Rumble rants be our swear jar. That would be awesome. Thank you, Texas Julie. I love your face. We're just going to start referring to him as the swear jar from here on out. But the state legislature, they just got it pushed through. Ain't no big thing. There wasn't even, I found an article about it from X. That was it. It's a pretty big deal. John started his own swear jar. Did he really? Okay, good. At least I feel a little better. I guess I don't really, I spent some time today watching some other Badlands shows, watching like specifically the ones that are solo to see kind of how they do it, to maybe get some tips and pointers on how to be just, efficient. I don't want to disrespect what Badlands got going on. So, and then John just doesn't strike me as the swear. I guess I didn't watch a lot. I guess he does. Only for the Daily Herald show. Okay, maybe that's it. Kisonberg, $10. Here's more for the swear jar. I should we'll get a jar and I'll just drop coins in it. Maybe I'll get some Shipwreck coins and I'll just drop coins in it as we go. So every time we get one of these, we'll just cha-ching. That's for you. I'll work on it. I'll write it down. I'll work on it. My to-do list. But you see the state legislature, see, I get off track. Swear jar. Because that could be fun. The state legislature got it passed real quick, and Congress out here just flicking their own beans, giving each other hand jobs. You're not doing anything. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. They had this big hearing, and they're like, "Listen, Doge is ripping people." Or no, what do they say? They're ripping people off, and we're gonna come out here and we're gonna expose it. And it's like, I don't care. Just stop it. Just codify it. Just do what you got to do to make it not happen anymore. Maybe slide us some stimmies. Okay, give us a little helpy help. Give us a little help. $20. I can't beat my BTF sister, but WSKI and I can match. Love your face, Fat Chance. Thank you so much for being here. Ka-chink in the swear jar. I will get one. But they're just in the state, like our state legislature, they do the same thing. Like all the SNAP benefits, removing junk food from the SNAP benefits. That was a state decision, and they just did it. And it was just like quiet, not quiet, because we talked about it. It was on TikTok. People were angry about it, whatever. But they just did it. There was no hubbub, no back and forth, no Mike Johnson with his little Johnson coming out and being like, weenie, weenie. Like there was none of that. They just did it. They just did their jobs. So why are we having this federal Congress out here? I got to move this because I'm going to knock it over. Why are we having a federal Congress out here who does nothing but complain at each other and then turn around and complain to us like we're supposed to fucking do anything about it? Marjorie Taylor Greene, listen, and I know we follow each other. We're mutuals on her personal account, not her professional one. She followed me out of the blue when I started calling out Anna Paulina Luna. But she just openly admitted on X that she didn't read the big, beautiful bill. She just voted yes on it. Ma'am. I get it. The bill was 1,000 pages. That's a lot. But most books are about 1,000 pages. Like, it's kind of your job. You had all memorial. You had to get 10 days. You could have read 100 pages a day. Highlighted it and moved on. Rumble's acting up. Is it really? Oh my God. Are they going to kick us off? Oh no. Don't kick us off. Are we good? Do I need to pull it up? Do I have a person? Oh, there she is. Are we good? Jessica. Are we acting up? It's fine. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to let her take care of it. She's good at that. She's amazing. Everybody send love to Jessica. She's amazing. She's making sourdough with me. I'm making a loaf of bread tomorrow. To calm my nerves a little bit. But listen. But that's like the whole deal. It's like the whole deal. WSK girl. Is it whiskey? Oh, whiskey girl. I got you. The names kill me. $20 if we can double up. Fat chance. But honestly, it can't go into a swear jar shipwreck. I will. Swear jar. Ka-ching. She had plenty of time to read it. They had plenty of time to read it. She had 10 days. She wasn't the only one that didn't read it. There was another, I don't remember who it was, but he came out and he's like, he basically said the same thing, but he had jumped on the train with so Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and the GOP, Mike Johnson, they're all not fighting, but they're all in a disagreement about this. Elon Musk is ready to fight. He's been on the Twitter all day. Okay. Elon Musk ready to fight. But the senator comes out and he's like, well, I'm with Elon Musk on this. Like, we need to trim the fat. And then you ask Grok, I can't remember what his name was. You ask Grok, hey, can you tell me about this? Grok is like, yeah, he is like Scott. He's like, yeah, he voted for it. And it's like, you fuck. What? You voted yes for it. I'm talking too fast. Is that what it is? Sometimes I talk too fast for Rumble, maybe. You voted yes on the bill and now you're disagreeing with it. And you're like, well, the Senate, and you're trying to like put pressure on the Senate. But like, you didn't do your jobs. You didn't do the one job you had. You had 10 days over Memorial Day vacation. You didn't do your jobs. Move this out here. I'm getting pretty loud. How frustrating is that? You won't codify the Doge cuts, rectify them or whatever. Like Elon Musk, he's pissed. He's out here just going fucking nuts. He's like, we did all this, and then you bring out this bill that just adds trillions to the deficit. Well, and then you had, hold on. You know what? Let me just pull this up so I got a lot of things saved. Okay, so we're going to go all the way to the top. We're going to go back to bookmarks. Okay, so Elon Musk, just an hour ago, has been the spending bill contains the largest increase in the debt ceiling in the United States history. It is a debt slavery bill. Now, he is lining up with Rand Paul and Thomas Massie, who Rand Paul and Thomas Massie, rumor has it, are going to be on a ticket for 2028. I don't know how that's going to go. I suppose. I don't know if they get the support or not. I don't know that we're there yet for a libertarian. I think they'd be more like an independent. We'll see. But so he's retweeting them and he's talking about it. And if you scroll down, oh, that's the hearing. I don't even want to talk about it. We're going to get into Korean Pierre Abdul-Jabbar. And so Elon Musk, again, earlier today, was telling people to call their senator, call their congressman. Bankrupting America is not okay. Kill the bill. The problem with that is that if we learned anything from TikTok, okay, it's that the senators do not care how much you call or how much you write or how much you email. They're going to do what they're going to do anyway. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not head of the committee for Doge cuts that I'm aware of. I think she's a part of it, but I don't know that she's the head of it. I thought Senator Ernst was. Well, all the same, I'm sure they will happen. Maybe they'll happen. I don't know if they held a hearing today to show you just how much more was being wasted. While probably a lot of you are writing checks to the IRS right now to pay your taxes for the year. So he wants everybody to call. They want to kill the bill. Okay. Oh, she is. You watched it. Okay. I thought it was Ernst, but. And then Trump fires back and he's like, no, we're not killing the bill. It's the best bill, big, beautiful bill. Then Mike Johnson comes out And he's like, that is video. Yep.
Let me say this. It's very disappointing. Okay. I've come to consider Elon a good friend. He's obviously a very intelligent person, and he's done a lot of great work. With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong about the one big beautiful bill. Yeah,
But he doesn't really get into why he's wrong, because it does add to the debt ceiling, right? So it does, but it does by cutting Medicaid and SNAP benefits. And that's what this guy, Stephen Miller, who is trying his damnedest to be on a pro big beautiful bill campaign the last couple days, he's been posting just thread after thread after thread trying to explain this bill the best way that he can. But he said one of the bigger points of confusion on the big beautiful bill is spending versus tax cuts. The lefty CBO says extending the 2017 tax cuts, preventing their expiration, increases the deficit. Some critics have seen this figure and claim that or implied that the bill increases spending. Even according to the CBO, the bill cuts spending over $1.6 trillion. So when a libertarian like Rand Paul attacks the deficit impact of the bill, they are attacking the tax cut. Of course, honestly accounted, extending these current tax rates have zero deficit impact, which is why the bill, because of its spending cuts, reduces the deficit. A second major point of confusion is what's actually in the reconciliation bill. It's not an appropriations bill or a general budget bill. It provides funding or authorization for 99% of the operations of the government. It was written not by appropriators, but some of the most conservative members of the House. This says not a single Democrat provision or vote. This bill has three principal sections: tax cut, welfare reform, immigration, and border security. It's a dream bill. Except so that's where a lot of the confusion is. So isn't the Medicaid and SNAP benefits for the illegals? And that's what's not really explained. Because if that's the case, if that's where we're cutting, okay, then that makes sense what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? But of course, the media, and I'm seeing it on Facebook already, okay, and influencers on the left, they're picking it up. They're not talking about that. They're talking about Medicaid overall or SNAP benefits overall. So they think we're gonna come after all the poor Americans. And they're not talking about how I don't even know, but that number was huge. Like, it was a lot. It was in the millions of illegal immigrants that were covered by Medicaid and SNAP benefits every month. So that's what's not very clear. I don't know. More to come on that. He's been trying. I like Steve Miller a lot. I like the videos that he did when he got up in the face. I just like him. I like his repertoire. I like the way that he acts. And he's been doing a really good job trying to break it down. The one thing that hasn't been addressed as well, though, is the component at the end that talks about AI. And so at the end of the big beautiful bill, it states that the state governments, so state legislation, cannot regulate artificial intelligence for 10 years. And that's a permanent thing. Like, that can't be changed with the next president. Okay. The problem with that is that there's a lot of things that people are using AI for that probably should be held accountable for on a state level, and they won't be. It would be really hard to get bills and laws passed at a state level when it comes to AI, to hold people accountable for misusing it or using it in a way that harms other people or things or whatever, or fraud. So I don't know about the part with the AI. Basically, it gives the federal government full control over the regulations of AI. And that was introduced by some fucking asshole in Kentucky. So I don't remember what his name was. So that part could come out. I don't know why that part's in there. I think it needs to come out. Okay. The AI, I got some videos about the AI stuff too. That I think you guys are just going to like. They're just entertainment videos. What AI should be used for at the end of the day. And we can watch those in a little bit, but they're all fighting about it. Elon Musk is very, very, very passionate about not putting this bill through. And so I don't want to say that we're divided, but we're divided. And I don't know. Like, I don't like a big, beautiful bill. I like single line item bills. I don't like the AI part specifically. I don't know that I fully comprehend or understand the tax cuts, and I guess I don't really know who to believe. So Stephen Miller's been out here trying to break down and give examples. So I've been really leaning into that over Elon Musk who hasn't really given a lot of examples. I know that Thomas Massey and Rand Paul have also put out and tried to explain, but then Stephen Miller's like they're misconstruing it. So I guess I don't know, and I don't know how to read the legal jargon of it in the bill. So I guess we'll just see. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is kind of where she came in at, because she was like the AI portion of the bill. She said if she'd known that that part was in there, she would not have voted yes on it. And it's like, well, again, you should probably be reading the bills rather than just voting on it or sleeping during the hearings. But whatever, I just work here. States don't have any control of where those data centers are located. They take huge amounts. I don't. Is it the data centers? Because the way that I understand it, it's everything. So like states can't implement laws or regulate the use of AI even. And maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. Why didn't I read what? Did I miss something? Oh, you were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Sorry. I get sidetracked. I gotta hide the comments because I get I know. I do the work for you. I've done that a couple times. I don't do it with the shows because I feel like that's inauthentic, but I do it. I do it occasionally with things I don't understand, like the big beautiful bill. You know, I've asked Grok and I've asked Chat and like, break this down for me like I'm 5 and then tell me what the controversy is and and I'll ask Grok, I'll be like, what is the meat and potatoes problem that Rand Paul has? And I mean, Grok's pretty good and it'll at least give me some links too. It'll break it down, but then it'll give me the links that it's pulling this information so I can go read it for myself. And they think they know exactly what they're going to do. This is just a game. I'm tired. I'm getting kind of tired of it too. I'm tired of Congress. I'm tired of Congress. I'm tired of Congress. I'm tired of Congress. It's my understanding that we still haven't signed any of Trump's executive orders into law either. I'm tired of Congress. I'm tired of watching them post on social media and make their videos and go on Fox News, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them. But I don't know what the answer is. I mean, the answer is to defund Congress, but you can't. We won't, and it won't for a long time. And maybe this is the first step in a lot of steps. And I really do think that this discussion about the big, beautiful bill and kind of the back and forth with it is to get people to vote differently in 2026, to start voting some of these people out. You know, and maybe that's the point. And I think that's the point, Elon, because here's the thing, like I can't understand this because Elon Musk didn't go into the White House, learn everything that he did, do all the work that he did just to be, he's still going to stay on as like a consultant, but just to leave and then piss everybody off and to not have some kind of general idea that this exact thing was going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? He's one of the smartest guys in the world. He surrounds himself with some of the smartest people in the world. I just don't think. And like Texas release was, we don't elect people, they select them. And I get that too. But then is that what happened in 2024 with Trump? Or was that a legitimate, like we outvoted everybody? Do you know what I'm saying? So there, and I feel like there's probably some truth to that, but I feel like there's got to be truth too that if you got enough people out there, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Well, I guess we'll find out in 2026 for sure, because if we start voting some of these people out, Trump said Elon the gray has exited and we are waiting for Elon the white. Well, maybe this is Elon the white because he's pretty fired up. It's been like a tweet every 15 minutes about this bill. A new narrative deployment. I thought about this too, because there's no way that they're disagreeing this hard with each other without some kind of, especially publicly, without some kind of plan. There's just no way. And I don't see it. And I don't. So our elections have to be fixed or nothing will change. And that's something I'm looking at too. Like what states are kind of changing the laws. Maybe none of them are. Maybe they all are. I don't know. I saw Randy Feenstra is running. Randy Feenstra's from my district. Not my district, but the district I lived in before. I don't know. I I don't care for him. He's a Democrat, and that's my understanding. But I didn't care for him when he lived there. I'll be voting for that guy on X. I don't know that he'll get a lot of votes, but we'll see. We vote for governor this year. It's nothing but, yeah, it really just kind of is. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I'd like to think that is Joni Ernst. Yes, she sucks. I'm not voting for her. But if a lot of people do like Feenstra. So yeah, I mean she sucked. She sucked this year. She sucked when the ice storm hit in all of these other counties because Feenstra spoke up. And Feenstra, I mean, he was out there with people. He was out there with the floods, and she was nowhere to be found. So yeah, she's in trouble. I don't know. They're continuing to fight. I don't know when they're going to vote on the bill. They're trying to get it done before July. I do know that. I wish they'd take the AI portion out of it. How did we let our country get this out of control? Because we just weren't paying attention. We just weren't. And that's, we weren't paying attention like we were when Trump ran for office the first time. And then all of a sudden everybody was paying attention. And then he just kept saying this outrageous shit. And then the outrageous shit started to kind of turn out to be true. And that's when the tide, it's been this way for a long time, since probably before me. Texas Jules, she's got some change in the swear jar. She says we should have a large majority in the House and the Senate because everybody's voting down the ballot these days. They took those from us. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I don't understand either, is how the Democrats. So the Democrats own both the House and Senate. We had Nancy Pelosi. We had Joe Biden. We had all that crap, right? They got so much done, and this GOP can't get fucking shit done. And then you have to start questioning too, well, why didn't the GOP push back like the Democrats are? Or why did they have such an easy time getting things pushed through and we're not? You know what I'm saying? It makes me mad. It pisses me off. Congress as a whole pisses me off. Because then they come out here and they have the audacity to be like, we need to put America first. And it's like, well, you got turds in your pocket. What's this we shit? Like, we put America first. We went to the ballot box in November. We did what we needed to do. We do what we need to do every year. We pay our fucking taxes. Okay. We do everything right. We do things the right way. And you're still fucking us. You're still sending these senators to Ukraine. Like, what was that? We do everything right. And then you want to come out here and be like, well, let me show you about all the other ways we're blowing your tax. Like, punched in the nuts, all of you. Every single, start with Mike Johnson and just work our way down the line. Punch them all in the balls. Even the ladies. Those ladies who are like, we're going to release the JFK files and we're going to fly to Texas and we're going to do our own investigation. Bitch. God. You're exhausting. You're exhausting. I'm exhausted. We're all exhausted. Lindsey Graham, and then so that's another thing. So Lindsey Graham, he's up for re-election, but Trump endorsed him. So I don't fuck that. I mean, even the ladies, punch them in their lady bits. Like, shut up, Luna. Put some clothes on. Shut the hell up. Do your job. Who the hell approved the travel to Ukraine? Nobody. I don't know. And then they're like, well, maybe they privately funded it. Well, then we got a bigger fucking problem, don't we? Because our senators should not have the money to be privately funding millions of dollars in trips to Ukraine. You fucking fucks. I'll put my own $10 in the swear jar. Ka-ching. All right, I got to move on. I can't talk about this anymore. I can't. I'm just going to get more mad, and I'm going to throw something, and I'm going to break something. We just want to talk about KGP, PJK. I always get this messed up. So KJP, who was the old press secretary with the hair, okay? in the face. She was a big drunk, got in her car, drove drunk, got into an accident, never held accountable, came back to work like just nothing. Cocaine was probably hers. Who knows? She came out. She's like, hey, I'm switching my party to independent. And then here, buy my book.
It would be wrong to think that the border is open. It is not open.
We're been down to the border. The possible next speaker says that he wants him to go with him. So is he going to?
So look, he's been there. He's been to the border. And since he took office.
When did he go to the border?
But that's not how it works. Like we actually no.
I know that that's not what you guys want to happen, but that is what is happening.
But that's not. It's not like somebody walks over and that's not how.
Exactly what's happening.
Well,
thousands of people are walking in a day. Some of them turn themselves over. Some of them are caught. Tens of thousands a week are not. That is what is happening.
It is not that simple. It's not just that people are walking across the border. They want to secure the border. We've been doing that work on our own. The president has done the work to deal with what we're seeing at the border since day one. Because when you look at inflation, when we look at where we are economically, and we are stronger economically than we have been in history. What we saw on January 6th was the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War.
She's so fucking awful. Oh my God. Well, she's switching parties and she wrote a book.
Hi, I'm Corinne Jean-Pierre, and I am the author of a new book that's coming out this fall called Independent. It's coming out on October 21st, so please do grab it. And the reason I wrote this book, coming out of the White House, serving as White House press secretary was an honor and a privilege. But since I have left, the people that come up to me, strangers that come up to me just across the country as I'm traveling, and sometimes right in my neighborhood, at a grocery store, supermarket, airport, my daughter's school, the number one question they ask me is, Corinne, how do we get out of this? How do we protect our democracy? How do we protect vulnerable communities among us? What do we do next? Because we don't have answers here.
Literally nobody is asking you that. Like, I will take things that didn't happen for 10,000, Alex.
That's what they ask me. And this is my answer.
Yep. So go buy her book.
And what I mean by that is, in an era of misinformation, disinformation, the regressiveness of social policy.
That's pretty fucking audacious, considering she spent how many years telling us that Joe Biden was cognitively fit and fit as a fiddle?
What we're seeing currently right now, what I have decided to do, and I really have thought long and hard about this, is to follow my own compass. And that's what I've done. And that's what this book does.
Nobody cares.
And here's the truth. And here's how I will lay it out to you. I think we need to stop thinking in boxes and think outside of our boxes and not be so partisan. And the way that I see moving forward in this space that we're in right now is, if you are willing to stand side by side with me, regardless of your how you identify politically.
Absolutely not.
And as long as you respect the community that I belong to.
No.
And vulnerable communities that I respect.
No.
I will be there with you.
I'm good. Okay, so she's switching parties. She wrote a book. Go buy her book. I'm not going to buy her book. If you want to read her book, you can go buy her book. Maybe the Badlands Book Club. Don't they have a Badlands Book Club? Maybe the Badlands Book Club could buy her book, and then they could read it. And then you guys could read it. I'm not going to read it because she never even did admit it. She stood up there in that podium. We watched, I don't even know how many of that fucking shit. She stood up there and she's like, Joe is fit as a bitch. How many times auto pen? God. And you know what's so wild about this? She lied about it. She lied about everything. She's not the only one. They all lied. They all lied about now that whether it was not, whether this is just, I'm running at a very high level here. Okay. I'm not down in devolution. Okay. You misled the American people. You misled everybody. But now, instead of being held accountable for said thing, you did. You did. I have video. There's video of you doing it like every week. You get to sit in your, I don't fucking know, closet. Is that is she in a closet? Library with your lesbian jeans and your probably really expensive shirt and release a book, which is probably going to make hundreds of dollars. You don't hate these people enough. I don't hate these people enough. I never liked her. I just never ever did. Like, why did we? She came out. So she's back in the club. This is there. I never thought about that. Is this like a comms? Is this comms? Did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar go back into the closet? I'm getting that people are gonna call me like, what are they? They're gonna call me gay phobic, homophobic. I don't even know what the word is. Imagine calling me something and I don't even know what the word is. It's a broom closet. Tens of dollars. What about Jen Psaki? I don't want to talk about her ever again. Ever. She reminded me of Chucky the doll. Texas Jules. Got change in the swear jar. Ka-ching, $10. I'll be in New York for payback for covering by. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything anymore. You got to sell books. Could be a New York bestseller. I mean, they could top of the list, right? People it. And is anybody going to buy it? I doubt it. These are the people. I still have a lot of faith in Trump. I do. I feel like Trump, whether it's Trump or because I feel like that's the Trojan horse for the American people, the American dream. I do. Fat Chance. Hey, all. Nice to be among family. Thank you for the dollar. Ka-ching in the swear jar. God damn it. I feel like Trump is a Trojan horse for the American pride, and I think that's kind of the point of Trump. I just don't. I can't believe we can't get anything done without Congress, right? And then I can't believe nothing was done about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. She's out here to just writing her book, making tens of dollars. Chucky the doll, she did. She was Russian. Did you know that? Fuck. I thought we hated the Russians. They're really trying to get us afraid of China, too. I don't have a video or anything, but China, so Kash Patel came out yesterday, and I don't understand this. So they stopped a Chinese nationalist at the airport on his way to Michigan, and they said he was trying to smuggle in this fungus, which can be really detrimental to not only plants, but to farm animals. Texas Jules, $5 in the change jar. Ka-ching. People don't have to buy her book. It's money laundering. That's what's probably. You're probably right. It's probably money laundering. It's kind of like Hunter Biden's art. It was money laundering. But he came out and he posted about this. And I'm like, I saw the name of the fungus. And I'm like, I feel like I recognize that name. So I went and looked it up. And it's native here. We have it here. It's here in the United States. It's everywhere. And his girlfriend or something was here at the Michigan State, and she is doing experiments on this. And they accused him of trying to bring it into the States and release it, I guess. And I thought that was weird. Because that fungus is native here. It's native everywhere. It's not rare. But then they said he was looking up agricultural warfare on his computer. So that doesn't help you, I suppose. But he's like, but we threw the book at him. And I'm like, well, how old was he? I feel like there needs to be more to this story. Because his girlfriend's been here and he's been here before. And they're like, well, he's attached to the Chinese Communist Party. And I'm like, well, but so was Mitch McConnell. China sent us in 2020 bags of seeds. Just random people got bags of seeds in the mail. Thousands of people got random bags of seeds in the mail from China to plant. But did we ever find anything out about that? What happened there? I just felt like that was, but then I felt like that was a really weird timing too, because of all the foreign country turmoil that's going on. They really want us afraid of China. They really want us to hate Russia. Well, not Russia so much anymore. Like Trump talked to Putin today. Apparently there's no peace anymore. Whatever. I don't think there's even a war over there. Fucking blow me. I just don't. I saw their asses on fucking Snapchat before Ukraine banned it. Don't. Not even a little bit. But I don't. They just want us afraid. Like they want to unite us around hating this other country. And I'm just like, I'm not going to do that. Like, it was weaponized fungus. It was Fauci fungus. Yeah, like, why didn't we? If we're going to get that guy, like, what about, did he delete it twice? What about the Ukraine labs that Fauci was messing with the COVID? I mean, I'm not going to be afraid of China until they show up at my door and they skin me alive. And please don't. I get paranoid sometimes, so please don't. But I'm not. I'm paying attention to what you're doing. I feel like what you're doing, I mean, some of it's good. They took down some big trafficking rings. That much I do appreciate, okay? They reopened the investigation into the cocaine at the White House. I don't care whose it was. Can we verify that Ashley Biden's diary was real? Can we do something about that besides, like, just saying Joe Biden has cancer and just wake up one morning he's going to be dead? That was weird. They really want us afraid of other countries. They don't want us traveling there, which, again, I'm never going to go to Turkestan or whatever the fuck it was. They want us to hate everyone, and they want everyone to hate us too. And I just don't bite. I'm not going to do that anymore. I can remember, I want to tell you a story. I can remember when Facebook first came out, I was working as a call center manager in a call center. So like this was like 2000, I don't know, 4 or 5, whenever Facebook really started to kind of come out and everybody started getting, I had like I didn't even have a smartphone. I think it was on my computer, and you could scroll through Facebook and there's a lot of Farmville and stuff. But I had read a post. It was one of those like copy and paste posts where this guy from the United States was visiting as a foreign exchange student in China. And he was like, that they had the news on in the background. It was talking about some really terrible things. And he was like, oh my God. And his friend that was with him, and he's like, well, what? And he's like, well, do you see what's happening? He's like, well, we in China, we don't watch the news because we know it's just all propaganda. So we just tune it out. And the guy was like, oh man, that's because the guy's from the United States. And I remember reading that, and I remember thinking, man, I'm so glad I'm such a fucking retard. I'm so glad I don't have that problem. I'm so glad I don't live in the Chinas where I have to put up with propaganda. Because in my opinion, back then, when I thought about propaganda, I thought about all of like North Korea, where you'd see everybody's TVs. They all had to stand up and do like the morning prayer with their president every morning. And they all had to have pictures of the president in their house. When I thought about propaganda, that's what I thought. But I had no idea how deep into propaganda we were even back then. It didn't become insanely prevalent to me until COVID. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I don't live in China. We have the first black president. Oh, this is so stupid. God, I was dumb. I don't even remember where I was. Oh, so fuck Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm not buying your book. I'm not reading it. You should be in jail for lying to everybody, but you won't be. Oh, in China, I don't know. Don't bring fungi over from China. That's probably not the best thing to do. And if you get seeds in the mail from China, don't plant them. I don't care what TikTok tells you. Just don't plant them. Don't plant them. Just don't. What do I got next? Target. It's June 1st ish. That's June 4th. But it's Pride Month. Or it used to be. It's not anymore. They're trying to bring it back though. But Target has been a hot button this month. And the reason for that is because Target dropped its Pride Month, and it went with a different kind of pride.
Happy Pride Month. In my Target that used to have the Pride section, it's now all USA. Yay. It's an American summer. Except for tourism, because tourism's down because no one wants to come here. USA. Woo! And honestly, my dad served in the military, and I'd love to be really proud of this nation, but it's hard to be proud of it under Donald Trump. But hey, while you're here, pick up a USA bikini. Why not? Yeah, Target's really taken this anti-DEI thing to another level.
So leave. If you hate America so much, then just do us all a favor and leave.
Then leave. Listen, we're getting close to that time of the show. We're gonna take about a 10-second like the live break. If you're on X, you can repost or like the live. If you're here on Rumble, please, or YouTube or any of the other channels, just make sure to hit that like button, and I'm gonna count from 10 to 1. We'll do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much for liking the live, and thank you so much for your support. And so here we are. Okay, it's Pride Month, but it's a different kind of Pride Month. We're American Pride now. Target went back to its old ways. I still won't go back to Target. That lady yelled in my face. She spit in my face with her spit. She's like, and yelled at me for not wearing a mask. That's kind of gross. And I left my Target and I never fucking went back. I can hold a grudge and I will. That was COVID. That was like 2020, late 2019 when the masks first started. Like, never went back and I never will. I'm not going to go back now. I don't care how much America stuff you sell. Or you sell. Not going to do it. Anyway, so the LGBTQ RS97, they responded by holding a walk-in or a sit-in in Target. Here we go.
Shame on Target.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I bet you were expecting more. You were expecting to see some Lily Tino beanies and weenies. If you don't know who that is, count yourself lucky, because gross. That's fucking gross. I can get into that in another show. I try to refuse to talk about that person because that's gross. But so they're doing walkouts or walkthroughs in Target. It's real quiet. They're trying to get rid, but like nobody cares. And I really don't think that anybody was as bought into this as the media tried to make it seem. I absolutely don't. I think they paid social media figures to pretend to be trans. I really do. I think Dylan Mulvaney might be fucking one of them. I think they paid people to pretend to be trans. I think they paid people to push ally content. And I know they paid people to push ally content. I know they paid people to push pro like LGBTQ, specifically the trans content. I know they did. And I know they did a lot of this just to rage bait. And they did a lot of this to seem like the tides were shifting. And the reason that I know that is because as Biden wasn't president anymore, as soon as that was all done, I didn't see it anymore. There were no more big rallies, no more like trans flags in these companies' bios. None of these companies, BMW, none of these companies are celebrating Pride Month. Because as soon as Trump was president, that was done. And I don't think that I don't think there's near as many as they tried to get people to believe that there were. Gross. Grossy Josie. Grossy Josie. What Shipwreck's name does anybody know? I'm just curious. You can call me Shipwreck or Miss Wreck. Either one's fine. There's this washed up band called Trapped. You ever heard of Trapped? Back off, I'll take you on. So I made a video about that guy because he had put out some questionable tweets about kids and statutory rape. And anyway, I'd made a video about it. And this guy came out of left fucking field. He had like, I don't know, couple 100,000 followers on TikTok. This was a couple years ago. And he came at me hard. And I was like, dude, like nobody likes you. Shut up. And I left it. I don't even know that I made a video again. I was just like, whatever, this dude's clown. Well, that wasn't good enough for him. He got really, really bad. And so he went and he found my information because I used to work with another guy who had my information because I used to pay him through PayPal when he would come on my show because we'd split the tips. And so it had my real name on it on PayPal. And he got hooked up with that guy. And that guy gave him my real name, my address, everything. And so this guy from Trapped, the lead singer from Trapped, came out and he fucking doxed me. And he's like, hello there. And then he said my full name. He got it wrong, but it's fine. And I was like, you idiot. Fucking clown. Anyway. So then I went at him hard again. And my video did better than his video. And then he disappeared off the app. He's back now. They were just whatever. That's my claim to fame. Any famous people was that guy. So if you make you feel better. Yeah, he was a huge pussy. But it did cause quite a bit of a rift because he's technically he was a big Trumper at the time. So like I had like divided that base because I was too. And I still am, but everyone's like, he's a truther. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway, a bunch of people started hating me. I lost 2 accounts over that little shit. And Shipwreck is my first name. Shipwreck Sunken is my full name. No, it was fine. It really wasn't a big deal. If you look hard enough, I'm sure you could find it. But I just don't like to put it out there. I got kids and I just don't like to put it out there. So anyway, so they held a big old walkthrough and nobody cared. There was no media. This would happen to be some dude who was standing in the aisle. He's like, what the fuck is this? And that was it. They're all big mad about it. They're all over TikTok. They're like, you guys hate trans people. And I'm like, well, you guys have Lily Tino. That's like your trans person. So it's pretty hard not to hate them when you got Lily Tino out here. Like, we need to do something. Let's like gang up and do something. And then they're like, just let him be who he is. I mean, I'm like, you mean her? Because I don't even know what it is anymore. It doesn't matter. Eventually AI will take over anyway. And then I won't have to deal with it. It'll be fine. So we've talked about AI. We did a whole show on artificial intelligence last week and about God and the Matrix and what that's going to kind of look like. And it got really deep. And I'm still kind of meditating over it. I'm still kind of thinking I might do another show on it too. Because we had talked about the giants and we talked about the Nephilims and we talked about not Gargamoyle, Gilgamesh. We talked about Gilgamesh. But then we talked about artificial intelligence and how it can be, it could be very, very detrimental. And it could, have our senator saying things that maybe they didn't say. We know how fast that shit could take off. But artificial intelligence can also be fucking wonderful. If you don't know, there's this trend going on TikTok. So there's kids. I don't know if they're kids. They're probably 20s, maybe teens. I don't know. But they've started this trend. And this trend is using, and I think it's the O3 Google thing. And they're making these short clip videos of these mythical creatures. And it is like the best thing I have seen in a long time. Here.
All right. So I think the locals left this thing called an energy drink. All right. So I think the locals left this thing called an energy drink. Let's take a sip.
Oh, I'm gonna crash out. I don't know what was in that, but I can't freaking sleep. Oh, might as well get morning scrub ready. I'm tweaking.
Boys, I'm cooking another massive trout.
Boys, I'm cooked. I'm out of Zins and I'm about to crash hard. If I don't make it, give this trout to Fred. He needs it.
Boys, she's landed. We're eating like kings tonight.
All right, boys, trout's done. Fire roasted, wilderness style. Might be burnt, we'll find out. Nah, that's gas.
All right, let's get the heck back to the crib. I'm tired of this.
This is what we do on the Bigfoot Boys channel. We vibe.
Man, this place is crazy.
I am just in love with it. I am in that. And I used to watch the Outdoor Boys or whatever. It had that one guy and he just quit to focus on his kids. But I used to watch it all the time. And I love this. This like replaced that for me. And so it started with the Bigfoot vlogs. And so there's, and that's one of the original ones. They do this AI Bigfoot vlogs. He walks around the woods, he eats. And then it morphed into like
Hey,
Yeti.
vlog. Today I'm showing you how safe this ice. Oh, we're gonna edit that out.
Hot tub review, 2 stars. Water smells like wet moss. One of the jets is just a leaky stick.
Winter 2025. Couture by Lost Hiker, probably. Woo. Decided to climb a mountain today for character development. So far, all I've developed is frostbite and self-doubt.
I'm so in love with them. Then they did the werewolf.
All right. First time out of the cave in like, I don't know, 50 moons. Everything smells like grass and judgment.
Yo, is that Bigfoot? Bro's out here doing forest GRWMs like he didn't ghost the family reunion. We're literally cousins and he won't even wave. Hollywood changed him. Unsubscribing.
And then they did Chupacabra.
Yo, it's me, Chupacabra, the legend, the myth, the goat nightmare. Just woke up in the desert again. No coffee, no goats. People keep saying I'm fake, but goats know the truth. Catch you later. Stay weird.
So, and then there's like, so there's a bunch of other ones too. They have like Nessie, they have all the mythical creatures, but then Bible Talk picked it up. And so now we've got David and Goliath. And so you got the story of David and Goliath, and it's done with AI, and they're using like all the modern like generation alpha terms. And then you've got the story of Noah, and then the story of the Red Sea being, it is so like, this is what AI is for. And we got some swear jar change. Love Cox. I can't believe, screw that one. Fuck that. Weren't you around? You were around for that. Loves Cox. I love your name still. Been with me a really long time. Thank you for the change. The swear jar ka-ching. We got Squall Strike. Thank you. You're awesome. Shipwreck. I love your face. $2. Shing. Thank you so much. This is what AI is for. Let's do this. Let's not let the government have full control over it. Let's do this. Let's let our creative juices flow. I'm here for this. I want to be influenced by this. I don't even care if it's bread and circuses. Give me the bread and circuses. Let me doom scroll through them for like 30 minutes while I wait for my laundry. Okay? I love it. I love it so much. I love everything about it. I love all the mythical creatures. I can do a whole show on them some night. I listen. They got the walker skin. I can't even say it, like the skinwalker one. That's a whole one, but they don't say the name because you're not supposed to say it. And they've got all these different ones, and it's incredible. It's really, really cool what people can do. It really, really is. We need an ass wag one. I did. I fell down this awesome, and it's so awesome. It's so like super. I am just here for all of it. I've always wanted to go Bigfoot hunting, but I've always been a little scared. I've always wanted to go to the Villisca Axe Murder House here in Iowa too, because I like ghosty things too, right? But I have this huge fear that someone's gonna follow me home, so I don't. Like, we were gonna book it for a Halloween once too, and then I got pregnant, and so we decided not to book because I was afraid someone was gonna follow me home. Like, I believe. You can't tell me. I'm sorry, but I do. You can't tell me. Those were great. Thank you so much, Fat Chance. I got $1 in the swear jar. I love your face. You can't tell me. There's a couple things with it, okay? So like the Bigfoot stuff. And this is on a serious note. Yeah, mythical creatures been around for a long time, but you could also go down the rabbit hole of military experiences or experiments gone wrong. Because for a long, long time, the military had been trying to like conjure up like super soldiers by injecting people. I mean, think of like Captain America. Same concept, except it didn't very work. And so you got like a lot of these things. I had a theory once that the Bigfoots that people see and hear, or even like the skinwalkers that people see and hear, are actually remnants of the Nephilim that used to be the giants. So I live near they have a Dogman one too. You got to go find it. They have a Dogman vlog. Land Between the Lakes. They've got a Goatman. We had in the town that I grew up in was the Goatman legend. We had a Goatman that lived in the pits. The giant Kandahar, where you had the military that came under attack from the giant that came out of the cave. I could go through that whole story too. They were trying to save some of their platoon. And then this giant chased them out. And like, I guess afterwards they caught it, they killed it. And then they loaded it on a plane and they flew it back to a base. But then they were talking to some locals afterwards. And I guess it was like a normal thing for them, which is probably why they don't want us going out there. Because then we'd find out. They did those experiments in Atlantis. We could do a whole show. I could do a whole show on like Atlantis, like Bigfoot, the giant Kandahar. Like I could do a whole show. I could do 2 whole shows on it. I love that kind of stuff. I love listening to stories about it. I love listening to like Missing 411 because there's always that kind of undertone of how did they just fall off the map? The Goat Boy video from SNL. I will. Do you think super soldier programs? I think they failed probably in the beginning, which is why you've got some of this shit. But I think eventually they probably figured them out. Yeah. And I don't know if it's for good. You think we got Captain America out here somewhere? Probably not. Babbage says, I heard you were making ship coins. I'm going to, and big thumbs up. Nevada Runner, thank you so much. We got 5 and 5 in the swear jar. Ka-ching! I'll get some ship coins. Missing 411's really good. If you want to get serious extra dimensions, the interdimensional beings. And so that one's really interesting too. That's a big skinwalker one though. I don't know, maybe Bigfoot too. But like that's what comes from the missing or the dimensions. Like a lot of, and then that there's kind of an undertone in missing 4112 that maybe these people accidentally stepped into a different dimension. And then there was a story about the stairs that are just randomly in the middle of forests and you're not supposed to walk up them. And they're like beautiful staircases. Oh my God. So what I listen to on the daily basis and what I talk about on the internet are two completely different people. Because I listen to all the stories like this when I'm folding laundry or something. I do need a sound effect. Peter Frederick, thank you so much. I love your face. Ka-ching in the fucking swear jar. I know. I'm gonna get a jar. I'm gonna go do that tomorrow. I'll make it happen. And then we'll go cha-ching, cha-ching. I'll see if I can find some cool coins too. In the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, I'm sure. We went to Missouri. Oh my God. A couple years back into like the Ozarks and stuff. I always want to go back and I want to bring my husband. My husband and I, we also want to go to Gettysburg because it's supposed to be really, really haunted. And I want to just hang out and I want to take it all in too. Cause that's, I'm really interested in that kind of stuff, but like the hauntedness, I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it. I'm here for it. It's going to be awesome. I'll take you guys along. We have a bucket list of what things we're going to do once our kids are grown or grownish of places we want to go and things we want to do. So I do need to do a show on cryptids. Maybe I will. If we can get a week where there's nothing much going on, maybe I can put a show together with some videos and stuff. Because I mean that it would be a longer show for sure. So I'd have to check with John and make sure he's cool with it. And maybe I could go a little earlier. So we're not running into because we're 10 after now. We're running into time. So, and I know there's another show, Missouri. Okay. All right. I got to go. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. This is a lot of fun. You guys are the best. And I'm going to go. I love your faces. So keep her moving. Take it easy. Tell your mom I said hi and watch out for a deer. Bye, guys.